All right, yeah. Seems to be working fine.
Mic check, mic check.
Yeah, we got your levels. It's kind of hot in here.
You're hot?
I'm always hot, though. Yeah. Check. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
How's your volume on your headphones?
They're good. I can hear you. I can hear you in the cans.
Okay. I'm going to turn your microphone way down so that way mine's way louder.
Just going to press this mute button.
Yeah. All right, then. All right.
Are we here?
Yeah, we're here.
We're back.
We're back again, for the third time.
Back again.
Yeah. Temporary. We got to get a better setup, though.
Tell some friends.
Yeah.
Tell some friends.
It's a little interesting trying to... Why is my microphone condom is way off?
What are you putting that on, bro?
It's a little sticky.
I know your meat ain't that big, Phil. That thing.
As I said, a little sticky. All right. Trying to get...
Maybe on the sides, but not at the end of it.
Yeah. It's I swear these things kind of like rotated in a different way. But
I'm scared to move it because I'm afraid this microphone's going to... Are you playing footsie with me now, too?
Yeah, we got a real small setup right now. I don't know if I like it.
It's not the size. It's how you use it.
It's the space. It's the space that you move it in. It's the space that you wiggle it around in sometimes.
So what's up?
Oh, fuck, nothing. All right, that's a good podcast. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Just hit the...
Do.
Oh.
I turned it...
And we'll see you in another 3 years.
Yeah. We'll record I'm back every 3 years. Oh, man. 24 has been a rough year. 24 has been a rough year, I think, for a lot of people. It's been goddamn. I think there's a weird connection here on this microphone.
I can hear it.
Yeah, it's been a rough year this year, juggling it. We're getting through it though. One day at a time, one baby step at a fucking time, trying to line up, they say, line up little battles and win those, and they all kind of achieve a big war at the end of the day, right?
I hear you. I think it's been rough for like you said, it's been rough for a lot of people out there. I think you're definitely fighting some of the bigger battles out there.
Yep.
I think through no fault of your own.
No. Yeah, we've gotten into some interesting situation with another company this year, which has been very weird to navigate. I'm not one to have lawyers and things like that, which has not been the funnest thing. But, bad people, that's what they are, plain and simple. I deal with it on a different level than everybody else sees, and I'm not going to really divulge too much into that, but it's, shitty people, man. And, just not a company that I will fuck with anymore. Haven't, since the day of the reckoning. And,
we're just diving right into that shit.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the direction we're going.
We're just ripping the panties right off.
Yeah. It's and it's been a situation too, because there's a lot of, information out there being spread around about us, that these fucking shitty people own us or own our company and shit. And that's completely false, and, it's definitely hurt our business in that sense too. Yeah. So it's shitty, and it's shitty that they are still in our community. It's shitty that people just don't seem to care, letting them set up at shows, letting them fucking be a part of rallies and stuff like that. And it's a shame.
Yeah, it's weird how cancel culture doesn't really cancel culture the right people.
Nope.
I think it's a bummer because, at the beginning, that whole deal sounded like it was going to be fucking great.
Yeah.
Good things were going to come from it. Nothing like, companies coming together, working together and making shit happen. That was the plan. And then, these fucking... these dirty skeletons in these closets come out, and seeing I mean, obviously I feel like I'm more, I kind of cruise around Instagram and social media and stuff like that more, I think, than you do. So I see a lot of stuff, and I see people talking out of their ass.
Yeah,
I'll say they're talking out of their ass, saying like, "Oh, fucking Speed Kings is in bed with without even getting any facts whatsoever."
No.
You know what I mean? And I understand it's the, what is it, the court of the power, public court, or you know what I mean? And without even asking, without even hearing both sides, they're kind of just like, "Oh, fucking Steve's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
he's a big ugly fat piece of shit." And
I mean, they're not wrong about that part, but
no, it's a bummer to see that stuff. I'm just like, the same people that I see criticize other people in politics for not hearing both sides and stuff like that, doing the same fucking thing within our own community.
Oh yeah, for somebody that they could just talk to.
You know what I mean? I think all eyes and fingers should be pointed at one person, one company.
Yep.
And for whatever reason, I feel like, and I'm not trying to kick up old shit.
No.
You know what I mean? But I feel like
I think it does need to be said, because people have told me also. Like, I mean, I just dealt with this shit 2 weeks ago from somebody, releasing information, false information, and saying, "Oh, we're a part of their fucking situation again," and it's completely untrue.
Yeah.
Were we partnering? Yes. Everybody knows that. I've been very open to anybody who asked me that. The moment we found out about the fucking situation, I'm good. I have kids. I ain't fucking with that shit. I don't fucking know the story. I heard a story. I don't know if that story's true. There's no way to find out if that story's true. I'm good. And from that moment forward, I'm done. We had to deal with it in a legal battle, though. This is not, some people don't even understand business per se, or what the fucking, it's not like it was just two dudes in a fucking garage saying, "Let's fucking do cool shit together, brother." It was a fucking a real signed contract partnership that needed lawyers and fucking shit to deal with. So but at the end of the day, I will burn this motherfucker down before any of those motherfuckers ever get to touch it. And I don't, and I've told people that, like, there's no fucking way.
No, yeah.
And I stand by my morals. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I remember when that shit I had so many people shoot me a DM because that happened. I don't know exactly. I just remember it was late afternoon, and I just got off work, and I just walked into the house, and then I checked my phone, and I had so many DMs. They're like, "Yo, what the fuck is this? And did you see this?" And they're sending me screenshots and DM me the posts and the videos and stuff like that. And I called you immediately. I sent you a text, and I remember you were. I remember it was tough because you were at the DMV, with your daughter,
with my daughter,
and you were getting all this shit, and then I remember we talked about it, and I remember I was super bummed out for you because I knew what this kind of meant for everything, and then knowing who you are and how you feel about things, I knew this was going to be a fucking shit show because I know the type of person you are. You weren't going to put up with that shit.
No.
And so, the conversation we had and stuff like that. And it's like you said, there's stories out there, I've heard different versions of it, which, the only thing you can really go off of is the official paperwork.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to go off of. And the paperwork says, dude's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Plain and simple. And anybody who's willing to hide that shit or defend that shit is also a piece of shit.
Yeah. It's you kind of expect family to kind of want to try and get their families back. You know what I mean? But the kind of shit that they say just doesn't look good, man. Sometimes the best defense is just to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and again, I deal with it on a different level than everybody else because we had started a partnership. So, the first day or so this came out, and I'm like, what the fuck, And they're like, they straight up told me, "Oh, just hold on, sit back, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We're going to meet with a public relations person on Monday." You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Everything they're doing is just what the fucking public relations person told them to do. Yeah. And everybody's just like, "Oh, it's a totally different company now."
Yeah.
And it's like, they got some other people involved, who said they owned it, and they're already done. They're already gone.
Yeah, I was going to say, I heard that they dipped.
And so it's it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. And people are just okay with it, man. I don't understand how This world is so easily deceived.
It's weird because I've seen and heard from, I can't even, I mean, that just kind of tells you who they are. I don't, not that I know everybody, but I've never fucking heard of some of these people out there. I hear defending, you're not even family and you're defending these fucking fools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that kind of tells me everything I need to know about you, because it should have been like when I talked to you, it was cut and dry.
Yep.
I said, what's your next move? And you said, well, I can't fucking be in business with somebody like that.
No.
That has that kind of track record. He was just like, there's just no matter what the story is, no matter what the situation was, he was just like, that's a flag, man. That's a no. We got to do everything we can to get out. And, we got other people who are just like, well, and as soon as you hear that, well, that's like the end, but nah, fuck that. There should be no wells, no ands, no buts. It should just be like, you know what? Let's just separate that. I don't care what name they're under now, who's running it. You know what I mean? Like it's just attached to bullshit. And to see and hear people talk shit, and then, people give you shit about it. I feel like you've handled it a lot better than I probably would have.
Yeah, I tried to handle it as professional as I possibly could without being, a cocksucker, or without putting myself and my family in kind of like legal risk. And that's what a lot of people don't understand too. Mm-hmm. I've been pretty quiet about anything. I've been pretty quiet about everything, unless I was publicly addressed. Mm-hmm. If somebody said something about us and tagged us, then I'm going to address it. And I still addressed it in a professional manner because that's what I'm trying to do, But the reality is, fuck them all. I don't give a fuck. I'll never fuck with those people. I'll never fucking be involved with those people. You know what I mean? I'll never be, if that last name is attached to fucking that fucking company, fuck them. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple. And I'm not, there's no, I've spoken to my lawyer, like, what am I allowed to say? What am I not allowed to say? And she says, as long as you're speaking the truth, you're good. Like, they can't get you for defamation. Mm-hmm. Everything I say is fucking true. I
feel like it's still rough because who are we? I don't feel like we're smart enough to know like what we consider defamation and stuff like that. So I understand having a tiptoe around shit. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Was that too much? Did I say too much? Or
that's one reason I just kept shut. Yeah. But I do want to put the information, at least the minimal information per se out there, that nobody else owns this company besides us, mm-hmm. Me and my wife. Mm-hmm. Nobody at this point, nobody will ever own any part of this. I'll never do that kind of shit again. I'll never look to partner with somebody again. Just put the worst taste in my mouth you could ever fucking, possibly mm-hmm. do. So I'm good. It just is what it is. We'll grow again. We'll grow the business again. We'll keep doing positive things in the motorcycle community. We will, I'm back on doing media again. I'm filming again. I just personally filmed a writer profile video that I'm editing, and Zach is with me still, you know what I mean? And doing stuff whenever we can. And, mm-hmm. We're doing the podcast again. I'm ready. This whole year, and here's what it brought to me, which is unfortunate, put me in a fucking crazy downward spiral of depression, which I'm not used to dealing with. Mm-hmm. I think I've only really dealt with that one other time in my life, and this year's been rough, and I've kind of, pulled myself out of it. I'm not one to take like prescription medication and shit like that, mm-hmm. Besides, gorging myself with processed foods. I don't really like to put shit in my system, so, I just, I finally kind of snapped out of it a little bit, and I kind of looked into some positive things, and, it's like, time to get back to work, Yeah. So, I'm going to be back on the media grind and just fucking doing the things we used to do and having fun again. And, I don't want this to be something that I dislike. I do this. I started doing this company for a reason, because this is what I love to do, mm-hmm. and and built it and stuff. And it got to a point where it was less enjoyable for sure. And this year's been very unenjoyable. Mm-hmm. But it's time to change that. Time to move forward. Time to again do some positive things in the community again. You know what I mean? We got the September 21st, we're doing that deal at Biggs Harley Davidson for the with FDR Foundation mm-hmm. and Low Side. That's going to be a really positive thing for Megan, for Megan's kids. Who mm-hmm. I've met all of them, and they're phenomenal people. And it's going to be we're going to raise some good money for them and do stuff like that. And that's what I want to get back to doing again. You know what I mean? Get all this dumb shit pushed aside and go back to helping the community, what I've always done. Yeah. And that's the unfortunate thing about, like, that's during this time is one of the things that's irritated me the most about this situation is that I've always been so active in this community. I've always done a lot of things. At least I believe, a lot of positive things for the community, help the community in every way I've ever possibly been able to, and help people, whenever I can or however I can. And that was the kind of the shitty part, seeing so many people put false information out and not even talk to me. People that like I may not know personally, but people that either we follow each other on Facebook or what I mean, or we're Instagram buddies or whatever. I'm accessible. You could have asked me. Instead, you're putting shit out there that may or may not be true, but because it's drama, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, it's weird. I remember I remember not too long ago. It's just a couple of weeks ago. Of course, it was one of the Facebook groups. I don't know which one it was.
I mean, that's the one I addressed already.
They, somebody was asking questions about Speed King parts or something like that. And I remember just a random comment in there. Just I heard so and so company owns Speed Kings now, and he's busy. He's too busy fighting to get it back in court. I'm like, where the fuck did you hear that from, dude? Like, where the fuck?
It's crazy the shit that I've heard also like from somebody like, oh yeah, I heard this, I heard that. I'm like, huh. Man, it's crazy. Like people will just go off on their own and make shit up, or just embellish things. You know what I mean? But nobody, people only like the drama side of things. And I'm not saying I'm guilty of that too. I definitely love the drama side of things too. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? When shit goes down, I'm like, ooh, I don't partake. I don't comment. I don't put my 2 cents in because my 2 cents ain't worth shit. But, I also start looking into things. You know what I mean? It's just like all this politics bullshit that we're fucking, like I'm fucking sucked in this year for some reason, worse than the last election. Like I'm sucked in. I'm like looking at shit every fucking day on both sides of things. Cause like I got on Twitter.
And that'll get you.
And it's like weird. Cause I'm not active on Twitter. Right. I just go on it. And then it's like, cause I've looked at certain things, there's like a section that just says for you. And so I'm getting like Democratic posts and I'm getting Republican posts. And it's like the weirdest thing to see both sides instead of just one and like read what they're saying and like read what they're saying. And it's like, what the fuck? But then I'll go and do my own fucking research, you know what I mean? And check things, but it doesn't have, drama's fun. Yeah. Drama's fun. It's more entertaining. It's all fun and games until you're on the shitty side of it sometimes, I mean, I don't necessarily care. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me. I don't give a shit at the end of the day, like, I always am truthful. I'm always honest. Like, I do the best very best I possibly can. I believe in karma. I don't want the bad karma on me, and so that's it,
Yeah, I know. Talking to you for the last couple of months, and we've kind of talked a little bit about the how you're feeling and depressed and stuff like that, and you can definitely tell, that it's a lot of weight on your shoulders. Yeah, you're out there by yourself now. Yep, in the shop, had to move shops. Yep. A bunch of stuff falling through. And I know we talk about, how things have been working out, like you telling me, you feel like, it seems like you got something good on your plate and then all of a sudden it just turns around and you're trying to take 2 steps forward, but you're taking 3 steps back, on stuff. And it just feels like every time you turn the corner, it was just, one other thing thrown on your shoulders. And, And, even I talked to my wife about it and stuff like that. She always asks about, how you're doing. And, we always try to, we take that into consideration, how you're feeling about that stuff. And like, that's why we reach out, we hit you up to go, not to do anything, just to hang out, go eat or something like that, just bullshit, just to do something different to kind of take your mind off of the bullshit and stuff like that. And we held out faith that you would pull through.
Oh yeah, dude.
And
I'm a fucking warrior, bro.
Yeah. I knew it was only a matter of time before, you got a kick in the ass to start the fire again.
I had to stop getting kicked in the dick so I could just get kicked in the ass one time, you know? Fuck, that's what this whole year felt like, man. Just get kicked in the dick over and over. But again, you know, the thing about all of it is, you know, I'm a big person of looking at my own faults too. Mm-hmm. Like, I never sit there, like I can, you know, blame this, blame that, blame this other thing. And just about the company as a whole, but then I look at things like where we were failing. And those are the things now I have to work on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The things where, you know, my head was maybe not in the game properly. You know what I mean? And I let things fall to the side and just said, fuck it, whatever. And those are the things I'm working on now, you know, and being in the situation I'm in, the only thing that'll get you out of it is hard work, mm-hmm. which, you know, that's fine for me. I mean, I prefer that, you know. Always have, you know, I'm like a procrastinator. I wait till the very end to fucking just work my ass off to get shit done. But, you know, and it's the same kind of concept, but you know, it's good, man. I feel real positive about the next last part of this year. You know, I feel real positive that, you know, beginning of next year, things are going to turn around for us as a whole, you know, hopefully the world as a whole, you know, hopefully this chaos ends in our everybody's lives, and we can all kind of go back to normal living, you know. Yeah,
society's been really weird. It's been more weird than normal lately.
Way weird. And you know what it is? I know exactly what it is. Social media, dude. All this politics, man. I don't remember as a kid growing up. Like my parents weren't like super political people or nothing. Like our family wasn't like that, you know. But, you know, you still had to vote, and I remember discussions and stuff like that, you know. Even in school, you know, I remember when I remember watching like the inauguration of Bill Clinton, I think, in school, you know, like on the TV, like it was a thing, you know.
On the TV, they rolled in,
they fucking rolled that bitch in, you know. But that was a thing, you know. It was a big deal, and like they have made politics this crazy thing now, where you can't have a different point of view than anybody else. Like people are so divided right now by fucking people who don't even give a fuck about us. Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers don't give two shits. Neither side. They don't give two shits about any of us. And people are so divided by people they've never fucking met in their lives. And it's the same concept to me of people like with movie stars, famous people. Mm-hmm. Fuck those people, man. I don't give two shits about those people. No, I don't want the bad or nothing. I just mean like their lives and what they say. If they're telling me to vote a certain way, most likely I'm going to go the other way because these fucking people don't give two shits about me. All they give a fuck about is their money. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like they don't fucking care, dude.
Yeah, my whole thing is when it comes to politics, I think you're just trying to figure out whose lies do you like better, you know, and then when it comes down to it, it's like you said, the people running for offices out here have never had to struggle and put $5 of gas in the tank.
Yeah, no, fuck no.
Never had to sleep in their truck.
They'll tell you they have though.
That's the thing. They'll bullshit you anyway. Like I said, who tells the best lie that you like?
100%.
You know what I mean? They don't know the same struggles that we got. You know what I mean? Having to pull groceries off the register table because, you know, your card ain't gonna carry all the groceries.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. You know what I mean? Having to bum a couple of bucks, you know what I mean? Having to stress if something bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, how am I going to cover this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck, my car is broke down. What am I going to do? I don't have enough to. They don't know the same struggles that we know.
Fuck no.
You know what I mean? They can try and act like, well, how do you know what's good for me? You've never been in the. I mean, I understand what's good for you is more money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with inflation, fucking.
But I don't get like. All right, here's like one of the biggest things I don't get. And it's the simplest shit, man. This is what I don't understand why other people like don't see this. This dude, Biden, went into office being like a net worth of like $6 million and is now worth like something like $41 million. What?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on in the background that this dude is worth more than 3 times the amount that he went in? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that alone, those figures alone, other people don't see that like there's some shady shit going on with these fucking people. All of them. You know, I think Trump was the only one that went in and came out worth less money. And I'm not saying Trump is the end all be all, but what are our options here?
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem I have too. I don't, this 2-party system, dude, is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. I don't even know if we need parties at this point.
There needs to be so much work done. They gotta cap the age.
Yeah.
They gotta cap. We can't have fucking people out there that probably wearing diapers when they go to sleep.
Fuck, dude.
You know what I mean?
Now.
And then, you got to do something. And then the amount of money they make, got to change that.
I will guarantee you, if you want to write me in on the ballot, write me in. I will do a way better job. Guarantee.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, I will. The first day, I will fucking get rid of all this lifetime paid senator bullshit. Why the fuck are we paying these people for their whole entire lifetime? You know what I mean? That is the dumbest shit I ever heard. And guess who voted on that? Those motherfuckers did. Of course they want to get paid for their lifetime. You know what I mean?
I vote, I get a raise.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
Dude,
fuck this shit, man.
There's this guy on social media. I posted one of his stories or one of his videos a while back, and I follow him now because he posts the funniest shit. And he's just looks like an old Florida hillbilly who just says, vote for me for president. He's like, if we got problems with another country, I won't start a war. I'll just go run the friendly with them and we'll solve it that way.
Jesus.
So, vote for me. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, bro. Do it.
It's a weird, man. It is very weird. And it's very odd to see people, like, again, being so divided. I mean, divided with their friends, divided with their families over claiming a party. Mm-hmm. Like it's fucking Bloods and Crips and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see the same thing coming from both sides.
Both sides. Yeah, I'm not picking on any one side because that's the fun thing about like the Twitter thing that I'm doing is I am seeing people from both sides posting, not just one side posting about the other side. I'm seeing them posting about this side. I'm seeing them post about this side. I'm seeing blah blah blah, and it's like fucking just watching fucking grade schoolers bicker about who's the fucking whose turn it is to play fucking tetherball, dude. You know?
Yeah, and I see that the most common thing I see from both of them is if you vote for them, fuck you. If you vote for them, fuck you. And I'm just like, well, we're just all just fucking each other then.
Yeah.
We ain't doing shit.
Like you can't even be neighbors. You can't, at the end of the day, like I still have yet to sit down with somebody and figure out why they would vote for the Democrat side. Mm-hmm. Hey, that thing is loud, huh? Is that the air conditioner turn off?
Yeah. We're about to start sweating, bro.
Yeah. No, it'll come back on.
Stop being so heavy. Save the oxygen.
Yeah, I still have not ever heard like a good thing, or sat down. I've never sat down with somebody or been able to have a conversation why they would vote in that direction. Mm-hmm. And I noticed like it's a lot of like older people. And I'm wondering, I kind of have this theory, excuse me, and I voiced this theory to a couple of other people and they kind of agree with me. And I remember as a kid, the Democrat side was like for the working person, like, right? The blue collar people, like that was the Democrat side. And it doesn't feel that way anymore. It feels like it was infiltrated and like flip flopped and people don't realize that yet, because that's one of the other things I kind of feel like I see these people and they align themselves with a party, right? Mm-hmm. And that's it. And it's like, I'm not aligning myself with any fucking party. I don't need to label my political views. I want what I believe is best for this fucking country and for my family and for the future and for, my money as well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. As a whole, whether that means I'm going to vote this way or this way, it doesn't matter to me. Right? Like what if I see this person on on this side that I like their policies and this person on this side that I like their policies? I mean, I want to vote. I want to move the fucking thing all around. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It generally doesn't happen that way, but yeah, it seems to me that these people align themselves with a party and no matter what, that's their party.
They're like senior citizen cholos, bro. They just ride hard for their fucking set.
Yeah, dude. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck who is just placed in your situation, because that's what's happened this year. They just put this person in, like, here you go. This is who you're voting for.
Oh, yeah. Fuck
that was weird.
Yeah.
But they have nothing to say about that part. They don't give a shit. And it's like, really, this is who you would have picked if you were able to pick. This is who you would have picked. Mm-hmm. And they just ride for it now. And it's like, you got to think like it's
they're willing to overlook the weird shit. Yeah. Because it's like you said, right? There's the ride or dies, dude. Like yeah.
It's weird. It's just weird though. Like I've never been into politics. It's not been my thing. And it's this year, it sucked me in for some reason, but it is, I'm sure my wife is tired of me talking about it, but it's, and I partially blame like Mikey from San Diego Customs because he'll like send me shit and then like talks to, like when we talk, it's like about politics too, and it's like, fuck, they got me like in this rabbit hole of bullshit, but it's like, it just, I find a lot of things really weird. I just it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't resonate with me like that. Like, oh yeah, I get it. You've labeled yourself as a fucking Democrat. You will only vote Democrat. What? What do you mean? What if they said, the Democrats said, oh, we're going to enslave everybody? Nah, I'm doing it. Like, because you can't vote the other way. Like, that's not the way it should be.
Yeah, no,
it's a fucked system, man.
For sure. It's been different. I don't remember this when I remember the earliest president I remember was Reagan.
Yeah.
I remember Reagan. I remember Bush.
Yeah.
I remember Bill, and then Bush Jr. And then Obama. And I don't recall this kind of divide like it was before. And even if you go back to, when was it? 2001, when Dave Chappelle came out with Killing Me Softly. One of his jokes was, people don't like talking about who they vote for. That shit was private.
Yeah.
They'd rather talk about butt sex with their wife than talk about who they voted for.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's you see it on people's profiles. To me, putting your political your political
yard sign up.
On your social media stuff is the same thing as putting he, him, she, her, they, them. That's the same shit.
When we started with all that shit.
You know what I mean? So it's weird. In my personal opinion, everyone's like, who are you voting for? I'm like, it don't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter.
They already know. I feel like fucking Ukraine is too involved in our shit.
Dude.
So I don't know.
I don't get a lot of it, man. Like where did we get all this money we sent to Ukraine?
We made it. That's why shit's so fucked up right now. But
what about all the people that live in this country who are citizens that need that money?
No, fuck them.
That's what I don't understand, man.
Fuck them.
Why are we so almighty that we need to be fucking dabbling our stupid fucking hands in everybody else's shit, and yet just leaving our people, our vets, our whatever, just to fucking eat on the streets?
We can't stay in our own lane.
Yeah, I don't get, dude. There's so many things that I mean, I never wanted to pay attention to this stuff, dude. It was just not. Yeah. There's a reason why I didn't fuck with politics and stuff like that. I don't. I just want to live my life. It's and
it's been a bummer because as much as we don't want to think about it, we have to take into consideration that kind of shit. When my son is just turned 3.
Yeah.
And people always ask, like, you gonna shoot for one more? On top of the fact that I'm 40 fucking 2.
It's all right, bro. That's all right.
It's not even the age that really worries me. On top of a few other health things, that we had to deal with, during the last pregnancy. On top of that, and I don't know if it's a shitty thing to say, but I'm just like, dude, it's fucking expensive now.
Oh yeah.
To have a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at prices for preschool.
Yep.
He just started preschool 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Just all this stuff. I'm just like, I couldn't afford to go through that again.
It's crazy too, is putting your kids in public school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's wild. They don't give two shits about like parental rights or nothing. They want to fucking, if your kid wants to go by a fucking different pronoun, they ain't gonna tell you. Yeah.
We went through this with my oldest son. He's in 8th grade now. So last year, they did a, what do you call it? The sex ed section. And I remember when I was in school, we had to get a permission slip signed before we started it. And then he just came back and he was just like, yeah, we're learning about penis and
the P goes in the V.
Yeah. And this and that. And then I was just like, okay. And I was like, we don't sign anything. He was like, no, we just showed up and we're just doing it. And I told him, I was like, okay. I was like, and my son he's smart.
Yeah.
He's smart. He understands things, but he's a little bit sheltered when it comes to stuff. And when he's ready to know that kind of stuff, I want him to be comfortable enough to to be ready to study that kind of stuff. And so
you just got to start like leaving Playboys laying around. Like,
anybody's got some old, what's those old biker mags?
Easy Riders.
Yeah. Easy Riders.
I got a couple,
dude. And, but he's still, you know what I mean? Like he's still shy when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, but
kids don't mature like they did when we were young.
Especially boys.
Yeah. Especially boys. Cause it's video games, bro.
So I told him, I was like, if they talk about stuff that you're uncomfortable with, you can leave the class.
Yeah.
You can leave the class. And if they have something to say, you tell them to call me.
Yeah.
And I'll discuss it with them. And we are not homophobes or anything like that in my house.
Yeah.
We are, you know what I mean? I'm best friends with Steve.
Just you.
Oh, so you know what I mean? So I should go tell you we're not homophobes. We don't hate gay people. Some of my wife's best friends are gay.
Yeah.
You know, 90% of my friends are gay.
Yeah, for sure.
Our group chat's gay.
Yeah.
But you know, he's not ready to have that conversation yet. And they were talking about gay marriage and stuff like that. And he just wasn't ready for it. So he texted and asked, he's like, can I leave? You know, and I said, yeah, go. I didn't think he was going to do it because he's such a nice kid. But he walked up out of the class and said, my dad said I can go. And so he left but he doesn't have a problem. He's just not ready for it. And there was,
well, again, the education system I feel is failing people. Our sexual education classes that I recall, again, I'm fucking old. I don't really necessarily remember verbatim, but I don't think we were learning about fucking gay shit.
No, that wasn't a thing. And I get now. I'm sorry, we did, but at that time, that was during the AIDS epidemic.
Oh, yeah,
at that time, you know what I mean. So they needed to. When it was a time. Remember that movie Philadelphia with Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks. Yeah.
And that was kind of the era where I had that class where they were just like, well, if you're gay, you're going to get AIDS, and here's why.
Yeah.
You know, and that
show you the Dallas Buyers Club and shit, and then you're good.
That's how they.
Next thing you had to watch Roots. That's how we learned about slavery, and we were good to go. That's kind of just what they. That's what I'm not really that far off.
No, and then red asphalt to drive.
Yeah.
But you know, so. You know, there was another instance in the class where his teacher was, I don't know what they consider themselves, non-binary or something like that. And
yeah, that's weird.
And there was no Mr. or Mrs. And I was like, well, what do you call the teacher? And he's like, you have to call him like Mux or something like that. And I was just like,
where do they make this shit up at, though?
I don't know where that came from, bro. Like I'm like, did a 5-year-old make up a word and say, here you go?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk shit. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Like that's fine. But, you know,
I don't, at the end of the day, I don't really care. But here's what I do care about. Don't get pissed at me because I don't fucking know.
That's what it is.
Don't give me your fucking attitude if I don't fucking know what the fuck you go by or you want to go by or I'm just not into it. Mm-hmm. You know, because I say yes, sir, yes, ma'am, all the fucking time, every fucking day of my life. Mm-hmm. And it's a respect thing.
That's how it was.
And I'm going to do that for the rest of my life. I'm not going to change those two fucking terms. I'm not going to add a third, fourth, fifth, or sixth either. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's if you don't like it, fuck off. Just because you don't like the way I talk doesn't mean I got to conform to the way you want me to talk, right? Because I don't like the way you're talking to me. If you want me to go by all these different fucking things, it's the same concept. But I'm not going to get mad at you.
Yeah.
So don't get mad at me.
Yeah. There's this videos going around of this Born a Man, and he imagine me as I look now, but putting on like a striped tube top shirt.
Oh, that shirt you were wearing last week.
Yes. And then going to a restaurant, sitting down, and the waiter or waitress comes up and like, how you do today, sir? And then this person gets pissed. Yeah. Let me talk to your manager. It's ma'am. I'm like, you're trying to fool us.
Yeah, it's done.
Try and fool us. Like, don't get mad at them. Don't get them in trouble because you look like a man just because you're wearing a shirt. How is he supposed to assume that you're changed your identity because you wear a shirt and you put pigtails in your hair?
And the second weird part of it is somebody's already filming.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's a setup. It's a setup.
People don't kind of think about that sometimes.
Good call,
yeah. You know, they knew what was going on. They knew what was going to happen. They knew this, and they're already filming because they're waiting for it.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, whether it's good or it's like a child. You know, when my kids were little, and mostly Rory, he didn't care if it was good attention or bad attention, as long as it was attention. And kids are that way. That's just part of it. They don't know the difference at certain ages, and it's just attention. That's what they want. And we're in that day again with these adults who are requiring all this attention for no fucking reason. It's that thing I've always said. It's people celebrating mediocrity. You know, it's okay to be mediocre. There's plenty of people that are mediocre. We need mediocre people in the world. Not everybody can be fucking, Hugh Jackman or whatever the fuck you want to, these crazy famous people, but they want this attention for whatever reason. Like they have to have it. I'll never understand that. You know what I mean? I could care less if people know me or fucking, I've said it a million times. The only reason why I did all these videos and stuff for Speak Kings because I couldn't afford to pay somebody to be in front of the camera. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. I do enjoy it, but I also am exactly who I am in the real world on the camera. I'm not out there portraying a fucking different character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really a weird, God, it's a fucking weird world.
It's because social media starts paying people to be social, I'm throwing air quotes out there. You can't see it, but I'm throwing air quotes, influencers, and I'm seeing people putting out soulless content.
Yeah.
And just to get paid, I see people, I started kind of clearing out the social media when I see posts like that, and it's just not for me. Like what I see people, strapping camera, and like if you're carving canyons and stuff like that, I like that.
Yeah.
That I see and I see people carving canyons and doing the damn thing and enjoying what they're doing. Like, this is what I like to do.
Yeah.
This is what I like to do. Like, this is what I do. I'm like, that's what this do. I know this guy now because I know he likes to do this. Yeah. When I see him, I'm going to talk to, bro, what's it like, hitting these fucking corners, just smashing pegs in the ground and, just fucking doing it. Where I see other people just put a fucking camera. Here's me going through fucking traffic.
Yeah.
Here's me here's me fucking touching cars and buses and shit like that. Like, oh, and then they're getting fucking thousands of views. I'm like, for fucking what, dude?
Yeah.
For fucking what? Like,
that's what I pulled back from all the social media stuff a bunch this year. Again, I'm trying to get back on making content and stuff, but it's for the business. If I didn't do this as a business, I would delete all my stuff. I don't even care about social media anymore. Like in the sense of like, it's a very weird platforms, but all of them. It's created this weird sense of, I feel bad. Like, what I do now when it's somebody's birthday, I text them. If I see it's my friend's birthday, I don't necessarily go on social. I'll text you personally and be like, hey, it's happy birthday. You know what I mean? You're gay. But like, it created this weird sense of you don't need to reach out to your friends because you see what they're doing. And I know I've talked about this before. And like this year on times where I'm driving or something, I started reaching out to people I haven't talked to in a long time. I see what they're doing, or some of them are not on social media more, but I see what they're doing sometimes. And but you haven't talked to them in fucking 4 years. You know what I mean? Like people you grew up with or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's social media as a whole has created a very weird like vacuum of I don't even know what to call it. It's just this weird space now that people are comparing their lives to nonstop with these other people. It's very unrealistic, it's toxic. It really is. And I feel, and I've told you this specifically, I feel very bad for the younger generations. At least we're old. You know what I mean? Like we didn't grow up with phones in our hands.
Yeah.
The younger generation, the kids now that have only grown up knowing social media, only growing up fucking with an iPhone, like all this stuff. I only could imagine how much more difficult it makes their daily lives, because it does. It doesn't make their daily lives easier. You know what I mean? They have to deal with so much different stuff mentally as they mature. Of comparing, so-and-so went on this vacation or this fucking movie star, this fucking, all these weird different things that I think no matter what, your brain just starts doing this weird comparison, because it's not like I don't see people I know that are doing way better than I'm doing, you know what I mean? And be like, man, why am I not there? I do think that, you know what I mean? I think it's human nature.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think these newer generations are missing out on if I wanted to know if you were home, I would go over to your house.
Oh yeah.
I'd park my bike in your fucking lawn.
Yep.
Walk up on that door and be like, yo, is Gay Steve here?
Yeah. He's here.
He's in the basement putting the lotion on.
Or you call and get the fucking busy signal.
Dude,
you know,
God forbid you're on the internet and someone calls. They'll never know. They'll never know what it was like to do that. And I think even now when I look, so on Facebook, I'm part of. I follow like the graduating class Facebook page or whatever.
Yeah.
And they want to set up the reunion, and they're, God, what was it, like 25 or something like that years. So they're setting something up or whatever. I'd probably say 95% of the people are like, I'm good. I see you on Facebook. Like,
we didn't do that shit either.
We don't need to check in. You know what I mean?
I saw a similar group, like my high school graduating class. Somebody added me to it, you know, and we've never done anything.
Yeah, but I remember the 10-year anniversary. That popped off. That was House of Blues. Bunch of people showed up. But then once Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that were starting to pick up speed, MySpace even too.
Oh God.
You know, a lot of people were just like, nah, I'm good. I seen what you're up to. Like, you look like you're doing good. I don't need to talk to you.
I live in Ohio now. I'm not fucking coming back out there.
Yeah. So I mean, I do the same thing too. I like to reach out to two friends I haven't talked to in a while just to see what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'll reach out.
It means more.
Yeah. Like I do that. You know, I have some friends that, you know, are going through some shit, and I understand that we're the kind of people, because we're all, and one way or another, we're kind of the same. Whereas when shit's kind of fucked up, we kind of like to be left alone.
Oh yeah.
But I appreciate when someone reaches out.
100%.
Just don't be all over my back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give me my space, and then we'll all reach out. And I feel like with one particular friend, we've been going through that. And, you know, we kind of trying to, just because we know how he feels, I've kind of always been like, yo, what's up? Like, let's do this. And then if they flake, I'm not mad. Like I get it. They're not ready, you know? So, and then now my friend's reaching out and stuff like that. And he's wanting to hang out more again and stuff like that. He's getting through his shit, and he's moving on to the next phase of his life. And you know, stuff like that. Like I know I would appreciate it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we try to reach out.
Shit's rough, man. Sometimes shit's rough. I've been through some rough shit in my life, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
And it's, sometimes you just need that space. You need that time. You need those alone moments to just fucking think about shit and fucking, you know, one of the biggest things I think for people to do, and some people don't do this, and you can see this sometimes, you know, like when they don't do this, but you got to go through emotions. Mm-hmm. You have to, like, those are the way you heal. You know, suppressing those, are just fucking jumping from A to B to C, you know, B to C, you know, like jumping around like that. You go through those emotions, and then it comes back. No, for sure. Over time, it comes back. You got to deal with that kind of shit. I know when, you know, when my dad died, my biological dad, it was about 11 years ago. Yeah. He died. And I remember when that happened, I didn't know how to cope with that kind of thing. And I remember I just fucking went off the deep end of fucking drinking, just falling back into shit that I just shouldn't have been. Yeah. And was that when you were stripping at that one strip club? The second time. Oh, the second time. Was it Banana Hammock Republic or something like that? Yes. The Ramrod Inn. I didn't deal with it. And I feel like that one kind of affected me longer. And by longer, I mean like through years. Like I even to this day, I don't feel like I processed that correctly. Yeah. So I have weird moments with it. Yeah. But then when my stepdad died, I kind of told myself, okay, the way that I handled this last time didn't work for me. Yeah. Let's do something different. So I feel like because with my dad, I don't feel like I mourned it correctly. You know, I was boarding a plane to go back to Albuquerque. And then when I was on the little tunnel to walk on the plane, my sister called me and said, hey, you know, dad just died. And then when I sat down on the plane, I'm going to try not to create a scene. I'm trying not to cry because, you know, we're fucking men. Yeah, you know, and so plus you had to cross your arms all tight. You're too fucking wide for the chair anyways. Listen, I was still closer to 200 pounds. Yeah, you're still wide, boy. You still wide. And you're 200 pounds wide. I remember I sat down on the plane
and fucking Southwest. I sat down on the seat, and then the little air mask was hanging down. And mind you, I was on this plane as a standby.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, dude.
Why was it hanging down?
Dude, I didn't want to ask questions. I just wanted to get back to Albuquerque.
Yeah, fuck it, give me that air.
So, dude, I took it and I was like, I can wear that and just cover the fucking tears.
Yeah.
The little lip curling shit but
the bag started filling up.
They came up to me and they told me like, hey, we have to cancel these seats and you're standby, and unfortunately you have to get off the plane.
I'm already on the plane, motherfucker.
I didn't want to say anything because I knew.
Yeah, you're gonna create a scene.
Yeah, I was gonna create a scene. I was getting on a no-fly list like right away, and I remember I went to
You can't say bomb on the airplane.
Bomb. I remember I went to the bar over at Lindbergh Field, and I just fucking sat in a corner just buying drinks, just fucking crying my eyes off. And then I didn't get to Albuquerque until like 1 o'clock that night. And then after that, like I felt like I kind of had to suppress everything and handle everything. And then I just didn't stop handling everything from there on out. And it kind of just pushed everything to the side. And I think to this day, it pops up. Yeah. Like some things like, and I tell people like, I don't know if I don't know if it's okay to call it like PTSD or whatever, but like when my friends lose a dad, it fucking brings it up. And I feel even worse for them because I remember how I felt when my biological dad died. But then when my stepdad died, and I only call him stepdad just so we can differentiate the two. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I can't say dad and dad, like your dad died twice. Yeah. But he was been in my life since I was like 5-6 years old. So he's my dad also. Yeah. And so I didn't love him any less. And I just understood how I should handle this. And I was able to deal with it. And I don't get as sad because I think of it differently. I'm more happy when I think about him and stuff like that. Not that I don't get emotional and shit like that, from time to time, because they still kind of are connected in a way. So it brings, and same thing like with dogs. Fuck, I had to put my dog down a couple months ago. Yeah. Fucking worse. And it just keeps on bringing up I had to put down 3 dogs in the last 5 years. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, I would rather lose an arm than fucking go through that. It's fucking bad. So when I see my friends, having dog problems, and lately I've seen other people, their dogs have gotten old and they've had to put them down just recently. And I get emotional. It fucking sucks. Yeah. I know what they went through.
I keep pumping my dogs with the adrenochrome. Keeping those motherfuckers alive forever, bro.
Bro, your dogs look good still, bro.
Yeah.
But it fucking sucks. But because I went through the motions, like you said, when my stepdad died, I feel like I handle it better. Like I'm able to deal with it better. You know what I mean? And I understand, other people who are going through the same thing and stuff like that with loss. Like I'm able to tell them like, this is what I did. You know what I mean?
And I think that's a stigma though of being a guy, right? Like, you're supposed to be a tough guy. You're supposed to be, I told my son's not like a tough guy. He's not, he's just a normal.
He's a badass, but he's not.
He's a badass. Yeah. He's especially a badass now, but growing up, he was different. He was hard for me. Like, we had a rough relationship for a long time. He was exactly opposite of me, like everything, and I'm not a tough guy either. I don't mean it in that sense, but when you're raised, I was raised a lot by my grandpa. You know what I mean? I spent a lot of time with my grandpa. My grandpa was an old school dude. And he was like an orphan in fucking Chicago when he was little, joined the army when he was 15, like, crazy guy, right? So he, I've been doing weird shit since I was little, like fucking man shit, like cutting down trees with a chainsaw since I was like 7 years old. Like, there you go. Fucking here's how it works. Do it, like, and so you're raised like that. They never teach you to like deal with emotions really, especially emotions like that, like where you sit there, I'm not going to cry. I'm a fucking man, sometimes you got to, man, fuck, I mean, I couldn't tell you the last time I cried, but sometimes you just got to, like you have to go through the emotions, and I tell my son that I said, man, it's okay to be sensitive, but it's also okay to be a man. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing wrong with being sensitive and being a man. Like, I don't think like, again, other weird things that's going on in this world that like it's toxic masculinity term. I think it's fucking a made up term. I don't think it's real. I think it's fucking stupid. I think what this world needs more of is masculinity and manners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because again, like I'm a fucking guy. Like I don't give a fuck, you know, like, but I see somebody that needs some help. If I see a short person at the fucking, at the grocery store trying to reach something on the top shelf, I'm going to be the first person to fucking grab it for him.
Do you mean midget?
I mean, you.
Oh.
But you know, like, I mean, it's just common courtesy. It's not anything more than that, right? We're all people trying to get through this world, you know, and sometimes you all got to do it together instead of so, you know, apart, and, you know, it's not one for all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's those little things. And I've tried to teach my kid that, like, you know, and he's killing it now, but it was a rough.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's different. I'm going through that with my oldest son. He's different than how I was when I was at that age.
These boys now are just a lot more sensitive.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like he's going to be a better person than I was in that aspect. He's nice. He's kind. Yeah. He's kind. This kid does not get in trouble. It's weird. That's
how my boy was too. We never got in trouble. Never, you know. Yeah. And he was a kind kid also, you know. And it's good. It's great. Like, I've always said he's a good kid, you know, like, it's never been that, but sometimes you also just kind of want him to get in a little trouble. Just to know what it's like. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I hear you.
How many things did you learn from getting in trouble?
Oh man.
Oh, so many.
I'm going through that with my oldest daughter. She's 14 and my oldest son, he's 13 and we're going through it right now. It's your typical teenager stuff, doing some of the same things that my daughter's more like me, I think, than I think my oldest son is. Yeah, yeah. Whereas she's doing the things that I was doing. So I'm not surprised. I try to cut her a little slack, like, okay, you're trying stuff, you know, like and
I look at it like as a teenager, as a kid, and I told you this, it's their job to get in trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like, you know, you don't want them to get in anything crazy serious, but, you know, it is their job as a child and as a kid to push the limits. Mm-hmm. You also, like, you got to respect it, and then you got to, like, you know, you got to be a parent, right? You got to fucking reprimand it, but you got to, like, respect it in the sense of, like, I don't know. At least they're trying something. At least they're throwing darts, and it may not be the right direction. You know, the board's that way, and they're fucking throwing them at the window or something. But, you know, it's like almost like the same thing. Like, you know, at least they're pushing the limits a little, because, like, that's like my son. You know, he's in the Air Force now. He's gonna be 19 fucking Monday.
Hell yeah.
You know, he's a badass dude. He's killing it. He's doing a great job. Like, I talk to him all the time. Our relationship is completely different than it ever was in his whole entire life. And I love it. I mean, I can't fucking say enough great things about him and stuff, but, you know, he never got in trouble. You know, like, never push the limits. You know, I got suspended from school. I would ditch school all the fucking time. Like, you know, I mean, I had to go to a totally different high school than everybody else because my mom thought I'd get expelled if I went to the high school with all the people I went to junior high with.
Yeah, I tell her, I'm like, do you know how many times I've seen the cops by the time I was 14?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And
you know, I never, and, you know, like, knock on, you know, wood, wherever some is, you know, I never got arrested. I never got in real serious trouble. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's like, but we all, again, we grew up differently. We grew up out there, outside. You know what I mean? These kids now grow up in here, inside.
Yeah.
It ain't the same. They got these friends, you know, and it's people they've never met in their lives. It's all internet people. It's all fucking people they've just played Call of Duty with.
Yeah,
and now it's
Liquor 6969.
Yeah. Don't even know his fucking real name, you know. Yeah. And that's their friend. You know, even my son was the same. Oh yeah, I got this. My friend in Turkey. He plays video games. This kid in Turkey. I mean, you don't fucking know if it's a kid, an old man. Like, you don't fucking know. It's a weird world, man. That's what's changed a lot of things. And I feel like that as a whole is what has made boys mature slower, because they need to deal with the shit out there. You know what I mean? Like, any boy can be a shit talker online. Like, you know what I mean? They don't gotta, you go out there with those same fucking words though, you know, playing football on the asphalt, and with those same words, and you're going to be fucking licking that asphalt real quick.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
And I was fortunate, you know, I mean, again, different time, but we grew up out in the street, and I grew up in an area, in a neighborhood with a lot of boys. Mm-hmm. There we you know, when we played football in the street, we had full teams. There was a lot of boys, you know what I mean? Yeah. And we were fucking just killing each other, you know, and we were always out there, man. We loved it. You know, we grew up. I lived in the same house where I was 2 years old till I was like 20, you know, in the same fucking house, same neighborhood. Most of the boys were in the same neighborhood. They grew up, they were there the whole time too. So we all kind of went through elementary school, through junior high, through high school, kind of all together around the same time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And as obviously you get older, you kind of separate. But like I just hung out with one of my friends and his dad when we did that oil and ink deal. At Elizabeth Street.
I remember that.
Yeah. I've known him since I was 4 years old. That's when I remember meeting him. That's like my earliest memory in my brain.
Yeah.
And we were friends. We grew up together. You know what I mean? And it was cool. Like they ride and they came down and they still live up there in the high desert and they came down to the event and got the bullshit and stuff, you know, and I haven't seen them in 20 years.
Yeah. I have, I've been really putting it on my daughter, with the punishments and stuff like that. So she'll learn. And I cut the breaks here and there because I'm like, all right, I was doing worse.
Oh yeah.
At this time, and so I'm cutting your break on certain things, but I don't let her know I'm cutting breaks.
But don't do worse.
Yeah. Yeah. So as I come down on her, and then before we would kind of keep my oldest son like in the dark a little bit, we would punish her in private.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we would make him go upstairs and then we'll talk to my daughter and lay out the stuff. So, and then I was like, well, he needs to know what she's in trouble for.
Yeah.
Because she's the guinea pig.
Yeah.
So he knows
if you do it next, you're just dumb.
Oh, that's essentially what I told him. I was like, this is what she did.
Yo.
This is what she said, blah, blah, blah. This is her punishment. And I was like, so there's consequences for doing what she did. Now.
Yeah.
If you do those things, you're going to get punished even more.
Yeah.
Because you know better now.
You already seen this.
Yeah. So, and he sees it and he's wise to it.
Yeah.
He's wise.
He's a smart kid.
No, he's super smart, super friendly.
I was super impressed with the BAM when he came and helped us that one day.
Yeah.
It was, and I probably didn't even tell you this, but I told Amy, I was like, because you're like, I'm going to bring BAM. And I was like, fuck. and nothing against BAM. I never worked with BAM before for one, but I know how my boy was at that age. You tell him to do something, he does it. Next thing you know, he's in the corner on his fucking phone, or, he fell asleep in a whole other room somehow. You're like, what the fuck's going on? You're not even helping. You know what I mean? Mm. Oh, BAM was a fucking trooper that whole day. He never stood still. He never stopped working. Yeah. If he was done with one thing, what do you want me to do next? And I was like, BAM fucking killed it, man.
No, he
killed it.
It's been a lot of work. They're biologically not my kids, but they're my fucking kids.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And from where he was a couple of years ago to where he is now, it's night and day, man. Like he wouldn't talk to anybody. Like it was.
Oh yeah, that's right.
A lot of work, man. A lot of therapy, a lot of sessions, and to get him out here where he's at now. Sometimes I'll get mad at him because I'll go pick him up from somewhere.
Talks too goddamn much.
I'll go pick him up from somewhere. I'm like, why aren't you answering your phone? Oh, I turned my phone off. Like he just goes places with his phone turned off. Like it's weird. I'm just like, I can't get mad at that. Like I was like, I'll call him like during school. Like, why don't you answer your phone? I turned my phone off at school. Like,
I'm in school, Dad. Don't fucking you don't call me while I'm at school.
Yeah, I go pick him up at he's super into church, so like Fridays and I think Fridays they have like youth night and stuff like that where they do activities and stuff like that. And then he'll go he joined a church club at school and stuff like that. But before, at the school where he was at before, the elementary school, they would have there was like a community center across the street. So he would go over there after school and I go pick him up. I'm like, bro, how many times do I got to call? He was like, oh, I was having fun, so I turned my phone off. And I was just like,
I don't want to be bothered while I'm having fun. Leave me the fuck alone.
Fucking nerd.
You fucking nerd. No, I mean, that's good though. Like that's another thing. These kids, man, they're sucked into their phone. I mean, adults too.
So for sure.
These devices, man, have just got us on lock. I mean, I'm not, I talk about it, but I'm guilty as fuck. I'll sit on that couch and go through Twitter for fucking 3 hours straight.
Bro, I go down rabbit holes.
Oh God, dude.
Easily, bro. I'm the worst.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm the worst.
Yeah,
I see something.
I see you all those, like learning all those TikTok dances and shit.
Somebody's got to do them, bro.
TikTok master over here.
Get ready for those Speed King videos coming out.
You always sending me these TikTok. I'm like, I don't even got fucking TikTok, bro. I ain't fucking 12.
Dude, it's fucking, you go down a rabbit hole. I like Twitter because Twitter is a little bit more unregulated now. So
Twitter is gnarly.
Like if I want to see something without a blur on it, and I'm not talking like titties and shit.
Yeah, you are.
No, I got plenty of titty at home, bro. Yeah.
I want to see the wiener. I got a blur.
I'm talking about fights. I love those sideshows where people are doing the donuts in the middle of the intersection. They just clobber somebody standing on the side.
Yeah. Oh, Twitter's gnarly, dude.
Bro,
I've had it. Well, because it's like a Speed Kings Twitter. That's what I have. Like I made an account, you know, and I just kind of dabble on it. And I'll post every great once in a while on it for the company. But that's what I'm like looking at this stuff under is like, you know, because I never had a Twitter before. I had one like 100 years ago, but I think I posted on it one time and then I never really went back on. I didn't understand. Like I have no idea how to work TikTok.
Yeah,
it's like the weirdest platform for me. I've gone on it because we have a company one, but Alex made it, and Alex was monitoring it when he worked for me. I haven't been on it in a year or more, and I've tried to go on it, and I've tried. The buttons are very confusing to me because I don't, you know. And what's funny is it's not like it's difficult.
Yeah,
I don't know why I can't understand it, but then at the same time, like part of me is like, I don't want to learn this.
It's weird. Like I'll use TikTok because I can't maneuver Twitter easily.
Yeah, Twitter's a little rough too to maneuver.
Yeah, but TikTok, like I will like something happens, I'll go to TikTok and I'll just type it in the search thing, whatever, and it'll pull it up, and then I'll learn my wife uses TikTok as Google now. Like if she needs to figure out how to fix something, she'll look it up on TikTok, and then bam, all these videos there. And
shit.
And she's got a sewing machine fixed, or not fucking sewing machine. But like this Cricut machine that has where she can make cups and shirts and stuff like that. Like TikTok. Huh. She learns how to do it on TikTok.
See, that's like you know, so we started this week. I started that live episode thing on YouTube with Mikey Ninefinger. So if you haven't watched that, there's a new YouTube video on our YouTube. We went live with Mikey from Ninefinger Fab about his FXR tour build, and we just kind of talked about the bike he's building. It's a new series we started called What's on Your Lift, and we're doing the next one this coming Thursday with Justin Page, my machinist, on an FXR he's building. It's not specifically FXR, just happened to be 2 FXRs in a row, but this is like something I'm going to start trying to do every Thursday at 5:30.
You should hit up Paul.
Paul who?
Bare Knuckle.
Oh yeah, he's not building anything right now.
Oh, well,
yeah. Mikey works for Paul.
I figured there was.
So you know, he like that's and I wanted to do this series. I thought of this series July. I was like, man, this would be really fun to do. And it doesn't have to be, again, like, you know, I'm fortunate to know some really amazing bike builders, you know what I mean? But like, I don't want it to be people to think that it only has to be these people, because it doesn't matter to me. I want to see what's on anybody's lift. Like, you know what I mean? So it's, you know, like I said, it's mild to wild. Like, you know, like Mikey's bike's fucking wild. He's fucking, the only part of the frame that's left that's original is like the, you know, motor mount section in the front and the neck. The rest of the frame he completely built himself. You know what I mean? You know, but like I'm getting ready to do one with Nick Rogers. He's a you know, customer of ours that I met out in Pennsylvania when I did a show out there. Super rad dude. He does like upholstery work and stuff. And I was talking to him the other day, and he hit me up. He's like, I'd love to be on there. So I said, fuck, you got something? He's getting ready to build some bikes. I'm like, fuck, let's do an episode, man. Like it's gonna be fun. You know, so it's gonna be, you know, it's just gonna be something new, fun, YouTube live, so you can actually join in. You can make comments, you know, ask questions and stuff like that on the live feed, and then it will be aired on our YouTube after it's done. So if you haven't watched that episode yet, go to our YouTube. It is under our playlist. We have a Speed Kings live playlist, and you can watch it there. It lives there now. Yeah. You know, so yeah, just something fun, you know. I don't even know why I started talking about that.
No, that's cool. But yeah, no,
shameless plug.
I saw that you were, and you mentioned that too, that you did another writer profile. Those would be cool to see come back. And,
so I filmed one with Damian Trinkler. I'm not good at saying his last name, but I'm almost done editing it. I just got to put literally just like the intro music stuff into it, and I'm going to try to do that tonight. And then I have one I'm getting ready to film with Beasley. In Huntington Beach, I think, is it next weekend? No, I think on the 22nd. So I'm filming another one on the 22nd. So I'm going to go out there to Huntington Beach and film with him. So yeah, just really it's those things like the things that we stopped doing as a company, or just kind of pushed to the back seat, you know, is media. That's, you know, again, I took a big break this year of social media altogether. You know, I want to do those things. Those things were one of my most favorite things. Creating content like this, podcasting, you know, filming with people, doing writer profile videos, filming parts reviews, filming install videos, all that stuff. That's my most favorite thing to do. I love it. It's fun. I have a great time. It's enjoyable. It makes me smile. You know what I mean? So I want to do excuse me, I want to do more of that. You know,
That's good to see you get back in there. I know you. I know you're doing a lot of work on your machines out there in the shop, and it's kind of cool when I go out there, and I feel like that's where we spend a majority of our time is in your shop, and I get a kick because you're explaining everything to me, like how it's working. I'm just like, I have no fucking idea what's going on right now, what he's doing. I'm just gonna keep shaking my head, but like this shit's cool. Like watching the process of how you do everything and kind of blow my mind because I never really think about how these things are made, where they're made, and stuff like that. And then I'm thinking, oh, this dude just doing them in this shop like by himself. Yeah. And I was like, he's banging out all this stuff. I was just like, I feel like you got the fucking mind to do that stuff, bro. You're a smart fucking cat.
I don't know about that, dude. I just I get myself in these situations my whole entire life where I don't have the money to pay to somebody. Like I started working on cars when I was a teenager because I bought an old Volkswagen Bug and didn't have the money to pay somebody. So I had to learn to do it myself. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of the way I've always been. Like I want to get into this. I'm not a rich person. You know, I don't come from money or anything like that. It's like, I'm still looking for a trust fund. I hope there's one out there with my name on it, but fuck,
any sugar daddies out there, Steve's looking.
Yeah. What's up? But it's, at the end of the day, it's like, well, I think at one point in my life, I became a person that says I'm not going to say can't, right? Because we live in a world right now. It's like the craziest, weirdest time, but it's the best time for anybody who wants to learn something because the amount of information that is available at our fingertips there's never been this, ever in the history of man. You know what I mean? When you wanted to learn how to work on a Volkswagen when I was 16 years old, you had to go buy the book at the fucking goddamn auto parts store. You know what I mean? You had to fucking, how do I adjust the valves? And you had to read this shit, or you had to get with an old timer or somebody that knew how to do it. AOL didn't have how to fucking goddamn, adjust your valves on a Volkswagen.
There was no YouTube.
Yeah, this shit didn't exist then, so you had to learn from somebody or read about it. And even when I built like my first Harley, what was it, 13, 14 years ago now, I was an old 69 Ironhead. Granted, we were way further along in the spectrum of technology. I'm sure there was a lot more video stuff out there then, but even at that time, I was on forum boards, XL.net and things like that were specifically, about old Sportsters, and Chop Cult was one of them that had a lot of good information too, and you were reading from that. You would find videos here and there, but on the old stuff like that, it was a little harder at that time, which I'm sure there's a lot more out now, and now it's like I don't, and that's what we were talking about. You were talking about TikTok. You were pulling the information from TikTok, videos from TikTok. I don't go on YouTube to watch videos. I go on YouTube and I want to learn something because that's where it's at. Like if I'm on, this is, I do Fusion 360 for all my design stuff, and I'm doing I run the CNC machine, and I had to learn all that. I didn't just buy one and I knew how to do it already. I knew tidbits of information. I have ran a machine that has some similarities, but not like this at all. Right. So I learn every day, but I had to learn this information. I had to learn these certain things. I used to design in a different program. I had to learn this program. And these programs are always evolving. I haven't fucking been on these programs in fucking 15 years. You know what I mean? So, I go on YouTube for information. But other people only use YouTube for entertainment. Like, that's like weird to me. I watch Netflix, you know what I mean? Like, and so I don't go on YouTube to like watch a movie or, I don't watch people's podcasts. I don't watch people's content. I don't do that. I don't know why. It's nothing personal against anybody, or it's just like I go on there. Okay, I'm having a weird issue with this machining pass, or I need to learn how to do this on the bike, or I'm gonna fucking do this on this tractor, whatever. I'm gonna go. That's where I'm on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is weird to see how people like I never knew TikTok could be this thing where you're learning stuff on. I look at TikTok as like these chicks dancing on it. You're dancing on it.
Twerking. It's twerking.
Twerking. You're twerking on it, and then it's like weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to me, I always looked at it as like, it's for young people, like younger than me. I'm not like we're crazy old, but this is for the people in their 20s or teenagers. And apparently now it's not.
Yeah. It's what you make of it.
I guess.
I feel like that's kind of like your For You page on anything that you're, that goes for YouTube and
I just didn't know what kind of content was on there, I guess, specifically. You know what I mean?
like I said, you just gotta, like I said, it's like Instagram. You keep looking up a few things, and all of a sudden it knows what you're looking for. So I'm getting a lot of midgets.
That's because I sent them to you.
You
missed the Paralympics with the midget swimmers.
Dude, you sent me the video. What were they doing? Playing blind tag or something? Or it was blind dodgeball.
Yeah, it was like blind dodgeball. It was like weird.
Yeah, that was great.
We would watch blind soccer.
But I'd sandbag in there so quick.
And I was like, how do they know where the ball is? I had to Google it. There's like a bell in the ball.
Really?
Yeah. So because they're blind.
Well, they're using.
Somebody kicks the ball. Where the fuck? They don't fucking know. They're just running around on you.
Using cat toys.
Yeah, dude. There's like a bell inside the ball, and it like rings and jingles or some shit.
Yeah,
it's a trip, man. It's crazy.
I think I use YouTube. I've been more on YouTube recently in the last like couple of months, just because I've been traveling through YouTube.
Bro,
like
there was a Chinese swimmer on the Paralympics. No arms.
What?
No arms.
What?
0 arms.
What, he's doing dolphin kick?
He was like a fucking dolphin. He like beat the world record and shit.
No way.
Oh yeah, dude. Gold medal.
That fucking sucks, dude.
The Paralympics was way better than the regular Olympics, dude.
How does it make you feel knowing that like everybody in the Paralympics can just smoke you in anything?
Smoke. Just in normal life. He puts his jacket on faster.
Puts his gloves on faster.
Yeah, dude. We watched the one we really liked was watching archery. There's a chick shooting, no arms. Shooting with her fucking feet and her mouth and shit.
I did see that.
Killing it from like India or something. Killing it, dude.
I saw this.
She was killing it.
I saw this TikTok of this girl. She had no arms and she was making like sliders with her feet and shit. Would you eat that?
Yeah, she probably washed them.
No, bro.
She's been doing it her whole life. Did you probably watch those things? It's crazy. Like we were watching this orangutan documentary the other day on Netflix. It was cool. But you know, like they said the orangutan is the closest like ape type, specimen to humans.
They use tools.
Yeah. Well, not only do they use tools, but they're just everything they are the way they are is like the closest to humans. Like that would be our evolutionary jump is from an orangutan. And you know, their feet, they can live their whole life without ever touching the ground. They live 60 years plus and they never touch the ground. They just live in these fucking trees and swing from tree to tree and shit. And they got the feet, you know, with the hands, you know what I mean? And I look at my feet, I'm like, why don't we have that?
Bro.
They can walk, but they can definitely get around a lot better than we can. We ain't climbing trees like that.
No.
Why don't we have like feet hands, dude?
I ain't eating anybody's grilled cheese sandwiches that they make with their feet and shit.
I mean, I want to watch it be made. I want to make sure it's, you know.
There's nothing, bro. Like toe jam.
Well, I mean, you can get finger jam, bro.
Feet sweat.
You can get hand sweat. My hands are sweating right now.
Yeah, but you ain't cooking nothing. You wash your hands.
I just made you a burger.
Yeah.
I spit on yours.
I traded with Amy.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not letting anybody touch my fucking food with their feet. I mean, she didn't look like a dirt muffin or anything like that, but
yeah, I mean, it definitely depends. I want to see. I would have to see what's going on. You know what I mean? Like if I went there and you know, she's got her feet rubbing them together and clean, you know, washed them, and then there's no. You know, you got to be like it's like a rolling chair or something, because now you got to like push off the counter with your feet, and you can't let the feet touch the ground.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? Like there's got to be there's some stipulations of me to eat the sandwich.
Can you make sliders without touching the ground? Like
I don't know.
I mean, she was in a chair for sure. She was in a chair.
Yeah,
but I mean, how'd you get to that chair? You weren't working on your fucking hands.
Well, but she's already in the chair. Maybe she washed her feet in the chair, and she's been in the chair now. Is it a rolling chair?
I don't think it's a rolling chair.
Oh, we got issues.
Yeah.
It's got to be rolling. It's got to be, again, no feet.
See, I
want little foot gloves on, maybe.
Oh man, she was raw dogging the patties, and
it may not be the worst thing. You've eaten way worse.
For sure I have.
You lived in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
You've eaten worse.
Yeah, I've had Whataburger before. Yeah. Now, I don't know. Nobody come after me for the fucking Whataburger. You all know that shit sucks.
Yeah, I've never had it.
It's a fucking just a.
It looks like crap when I see it.
It's just Southwest McDonald's.
Yeah, it looks like McDonald's. Like this smashed ass, sad ass little bitch burger.
Yeah, dude. It's
a little soy boy burger.
It's a 99-cent cheesy from McDonald's, just wrapped with a W instead of an M.
Yeah, you just turn it upside down.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, fucking Whataburger's better than In-N-Out. Shut the fuck up. No, it's not.
Yeah, I see people say that shit, and I like In-N-Out. like it's not like it's the best burger in the planet or anything, but it's good.
No.
It always tastes the same.
For sure. That's the most consistent burger you're ever gonna get. And sometimes I tell myself, it's probably better. Is like Five Guys burgers is probably
Five Guys
better.
is way better.
But then I go eat it in an out burger. I'm like, bro, this 4x4 patty with cheese and
it tastes a certain way and it's always good.
I was like, fuck, this is really good.
Yeah, Five Guys is good though. I like Five Guys. You can put A1 sauce. And
bro, that's the best fucking burger, right?
Yeah,
I love with the A1 on.
And I like their fries better too. Bro, I don't really care for In-N-Out fries that much. They're all right.
Nah, the fries have been dog shit.
Del Taco fries are way better.
Del Taco Crinkle fries, fucking goated.
Oh, dude, smoke them.
Fucking goated.
I would go get an In-N-Out burger and a Del Taco fry. But Del Taco's got good burgers too. They're not.
You talking about up in Barstow?
No, I mean just regular Del Taco.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they got good fries, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure. I fucking love Del Taco.
Yeah, kind of want to go in there now. We just ate the
Del Taco sounds really fucking good right now.
Taco. Yeah, that's like fast food wise. Me and Amy will only go to Del Taco or In-N-Out. That's it.
Yeah,
we don't go to other establishments. I haven't been in Jack in the Box in like 15 years.
I give up, dude. Jack in the Box just went to shit.
Is it? I feel that's sad. It used to be good.
No, it used to be the best, dude.
Yeah,
Ultimate bacon cheeseburger.
Because there's just one like right here. We go to this sometimes. We're busy. We'll go to this Del
Taco by that gas station. Or is one closer?
No, it's one on Van Buren right here.
Oh yeah.
And we'll go to that Del Taco and there's a Jack in the Box up there. I'm like, oh yeah, we should go there one day. So they got a couple things I think you'd like. Because she's real picky and stuff, and that's sad.
You know who stepped their game up?
Who?
Wendy's.
Oh, you know what? We got jammed up and we went to a Wendy's this year at some point.
You love Wendy's.
Oh, I do like when me and the kids used to go there all the time.
You love Wendy's nuts on your chin.
Whoa, wow. Gotcha, bitch. Which button is it? Oh, it's muted.
Oh. There you go. No, they got garlic parm nuggets.
Oh, really?
Spicy nuggets, like instead of buffalo wings, it's nuggets.
I make my own nuggets all the time. I found this company. It's like what is it called? Like Bear something. But it's like nuggets, chicken nuggets, but they're like all white meat chicken breast, And it's like it's
real chicken.
It's real. It's real. It's like if you were to make it. Like the breading is, it's not like processed, like weird.
Oh, I love the processed stuff, bro.
Yeah, that's weird.
I love Dino Nuggets.
Oh yeah,
bro. Having a 3-year-old is the fucking best, bro. Like
I'm not gonna.
He loves the best shit.
I'm not doing that with my kid.
What?
Nothing. It's nothing. That's private. Yeah, no. I'm gonna. I've been doing nuggets though. I did this the other day, and I fucking made them, and I make them like crispy in the oven, and then I put them in like a stainless bowl with the sauce, and I toss.
Do you guys
them.
have an air fryer?
Yeah, but we don't use it.
Oh, I fucking love the air fryer.
I think it's in the motorhome or something. I don't know where it's at.
Dude, I do everything that can be done in a microwave. I do in the air fryer now.
Yeah, I don't microwave nothing.
Lacey does. Lacey makes boneless wings for me. Air fryer.
Yeah, if you make boneless wings in the microwave, that's gross.
I don't think she does that in the microwave, but
yeah, that's weird.
She'll pop those in. She'll do them for like
we used to do an air fryer a lot. We don't. I don't know. I think it takes up too much counter space or something.
It is bulky, bro. Yeah, it is bulky.
She doesn't want it on the counter because I think we have this weird one. I think we have this weird like ninja fucking thing that's like multiple things, and I think it's also an air fryer or something. I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really cook a lot. I just barbecue.
Yeah, you fucking do.
I do the outside stuff, dude. She does all the inside shit mostly.
I need to get into barbecuing more. I have all the shit. I have a grill. I have a smoker. Never used a smoker. I've had the thing for like 2-3 years.
Have you never used it?
I just haven't had the nuts to risk ruining a steak or ruining meats.
Well, how do you learn how to use something then?
Oh, I just wait for somebody to come over and do it for me.
How's that working out for you? Still got this steak. It's been in the fucking freezer for 3 years.
Fucking Devin would ever show up.
Jesus. You need some tips, man? I know a place you can get tips from. It's called YouTube.
Well, one of my best friends, he's actually the guy who helped cater our wedding. He saved the wedding, as far as the food goes, because the fucking taco truck never showed up on time.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I
had a lot of fun at your wedding though.
Everybody did. Big J's barbecue down in San Diego. He's got his own rub and his own barbecue sauce out.
So did you ask him how to use your smoker?
Yeah, actually I did.
Is it a pellet smoker or is it a real smoker?
It's a wood chip smoker.
Like what do you mean? Like you got to start a fire in there?
To be 100% honest with you, I don't know.
Is it the one where it's like a chamber here and then a chamber here?
Yeah, I think it's shaped like an L.
Like an L.
It's shaped like an L, so it's got
So
like
do you
a
put
huge
wood pellets in it then?
No, it's got wood.
Why don't you send me a picture of this?
It's got wood chips. I got different flavored wood chips.
Yeah, but you don't even know if that's the right stuff. You might have just got wood chips.
The dude that sold it to me was white. He's not gonna do me dirty.
Why did you buy this?
Because I wanted to get into smoking.
Well, here's the tip. Just do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking have to.
Yeah, it's like the easiest thing in the world.
I heard
you should have got a pellet smoker though.
Listen, bro, that shit's expensive. Like,
nah, they're not as bad as they used to be. You can get a fucking used one probably for $300.
I think I got mine during COVID era, so you know how that shit was working out.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, you should have got a pellet smoker. They're just easier. Like you those are like what sounds like what you have is like real smoking. Mm-hmm. Like that's cool and all, and I respect that. I ain't got time for that shit, man. I want to have my Traeger. I want to set it and forget it. Like, you know what I mean? I want it to just do its fucking thing because I don't want to. I'm a lazy guy smoker. Like, I don't want to sit there and have to be like, I gotta watch these temps. Like, I can't do anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to put a tri-tip on. I want to go back and work in the shop, and I got a Bluetooth like thermometer thingamajigger, and it'll tell me what temperature.
Can I just get one of those and then just be hooked up and just go in and watch TikToks on my couch?
No, you can't is the problem. That's why you should have got a pellet smoker, is because if you have what I think you have, you're going to have to like maintain the fire pit that burns and creates the smoke. It's got to stay at a certain temperature. Can't be too hot. You're going to fuck the meat up or you get this dirty smoke and shit like that. Like it sounds like you got like a real smoker. Yeah. You should sell that.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're like me, man.
My wife hears that. She's gonna be so pissed. She hates when I buy bullshit that I don't use.
Well, I mean, is it in nice shape still?
No, man. It's been sitting out in the backyard for 3 years.
Nah.
It's fucking got black widows. And
yeah, but pressure wash it and fucking sell it.
Yeah, I could.
You know?
I could.
I don't know.
I feel like there's so many on the market right now.
I'll give you my cabinet one. I haven't touched that one in fucking 4 years. I don't even know if it still works, but that's your problem.
Why do you have that?
That was the first one I bought. Oh. Remember that big one I had, that tall one? Yeah. Yeah, because I couldn't afford a Traeger. They were so expensive.
They still are.
But they've come down a lot. Like my model, it was like I think $500, brand new. I'm not saying it's cheap, but you can get one for $3,000 if you wanted to. You know what I mean? And mine doesn't. I wish I would have got a little bit more expensive one, like the next step, because I didn't know mine doesn't have like a super smoke feature, like where you can really smoke the meat out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't have that feature, so I use these little pellet logs that I put pellets in myself, and I light them on fire, and then I put them in there, and they burn more smoke.
I think the best thing I could probably do with that is just sell it and then just let you guys smoke meats for me.
Wow.
Said it, meant it. Said it, meant it. You fucking come take my man card. I don't give a fuck. I don't need that anymore. I'm married.
Oh god. Do you barbecue then? Do you even use the barbecue?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What are you putting on there?
I'd probably say like 90% of the time it's like burgers and dogs, but like when like I'll go through like a phase, like let's get tri-tips, and then I'll just start throwing tri-tips on there, and I'll try like little different things, cook it differently to see which ones I like, because we get them from Costco.
Oh yeah, Costco's got good tri-tips,
and well, they got like 2 or 3 different kinds of tri-tip, and I kind of go like, let me see how this works, and let me see how this works.
They have the one that they season, and then they have the like USDA Prime one, and then they have like the other one. Yeah,
I think I like the USDA Prime one better.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, and so far I found out I like that one. It's more expensive too. It is, but I like doing that because then I get some pretty bomb tri-tip tacos. Yeah. And
I did a brisket recently with my nephew. I've only done that's only the second time I've done a brisket. I overcooked it for sure this time. No, we cooked it it was cooked forever, like 18 hours or something stupid.
Yeah, I found that a thermometer is your best friend.
I use those all the time, everything, but it's still I got a little overcooked. Everybody liked it that was here, but. You try to get that like certain, briskets are hard, man. Briskets are like there's an art to do those for sure.
For sure. I did one for, I think.
And they're fucking expensive.
I think we were watching UFC at the house a couple months ago, and like Sean and his family came over and we did I did a tri-tip, and I wasn't super happy with it, but they were just like, smashing, just eating it right off the fucking tray, just like.
See, I
really
cook for Amy, and like if I, her dad's coming over, and they like all their shit well done.
Oh, it's weird, bro.
I don't I don't want a lot of pink, but like a brisket's supposed to have a little bit of pink. You know what I mean? Like I try to cook it how it's supposed to be cooked, but like they always want their tri-tip fully cooked. And then because I'll do a tri-tip to a certain degree internally, and then I have my but when I know it's coming up, I'll put my barbecue all the way up, and then I'll fucking throw it on the barbecue just to char the outside a little bit.
Yeah,
it comes out pretty good.
Yeah,
I just did one on Labor Day.
I think I like mine in between medium and medium rare.
See, I like mine. I think I like my stuff more like meat, not all the way to medium well, but right more around that area.
Like we went to for Lacey's birthday. We went to Fogo de Chao Brazilian Steakhouse.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
And it's one of those ones where you get a little token on your table, and if it's green, they just keep coming by with meats, and they just cut.
I've never seen that before.
Oh, bro!
And they told me about it. Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's fucking.
I've only
amazing.
done that the Gayu Kaku, which I want to go there soon.
Yeah, we need to go again.
Yeah, I haven't been there since before COVID.
Probably the last time you and I went.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think that was in Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this place, you just go down there, and it's all you can eat. They just come by, cut off the stuff, and if you don't want it, you can tell them.
That would worry me because I watched that movie Bridesmaids where they go to that Brazilian steakhouse and then they shit their pants.
I mean,
have you shit your pants yet?
No, not yet. But there's been close times at the other place I go to. But yeah, they cut me. I think it was it might have been a tri-tip filet. They gave me a filet, and I wanted medium rare, and I think they cut me rare, and I cut open. I was like, that's fucking too chewy. How do people eat this shit?
Yeah, I've done ribeyes rare, and I'll eat it. Paul, bare knuckle Paul. Speaking of Paul, when we've done multiple times now where we stay in the same house or whatever, when we do these certain shows. So. And even if we're not, we somehow get together. So a couple of years ago, we were in Milwaukee for Mama Tried, and Amy was with me. And that night, we were like, let's go have dinner together. We'll just go get some steaks, and we'll, go to Paul's house. We were staying at a hotel that time, and we went over to Paul's house, and he made steaks and stuff. And I said, oh, you're gonna have to cook, Amy's. You need to cook Amy's well done
all the way.
Yeah, because I've already eaten steaks with Paul, where we're cooking like that when we were in Sturgis one year, and they're fucking. Though you can still see them moving, the heart's still pumping.
Yeah, Paul looks like he just eats the fucking meat off the cow, and he fucking chases
he just bites the cow as the cow's running.
I feel like he chases it with bison milk.
Oh god,
fucking dude's an animal.
Yeah, he really is, and even he cooked hers. And she still cuts into it, and it's pink as fuck inside. And he's like, man, I cooked the shit out of that one. we had to recook it, dude. I felt bad, but she won't even touch it. I will. If you give me a rare steak, it's not exactly how I would order it per se. I'll eat it.
I'll just eat around the pink, the outside.
I'll still eat it. Look at me. I'm eating it. I'm giving a fuck. But if I cook it, I'll usually try to be right around medium well is where
you love rare meat.
Rare, give me that rare meat. Nah, I don't know. I know it's not blood. It's the meat juices. But it's just I don't know what it is. It just
weirds you out.
It's just not what I desire. Yeah, I just like a little bit more cooked. That's all.
No, for sure. I feel like there's more flavor if it's a little bit more cooked, and I just don't like to chew. I like to bite through it like it's butter.
Yeah. There's nothing better than a good steak. There really isn't.
I don't disagree.
Uh-oh.
I don't disagree.
Oh, well, what do we got? An hour and a half. We're just kind of lost fucking our brains talking about steak. Yeah,
bro. We get wrapped up in food because we're a couple of chunks. So
yeah, a couple of chunk hunks.
You try to lose. You're working out, right?
Yeah, I started working out again this week and trying to eat better and shit.
You sore?
I'm trying not to do that super crazy. I'm the weights. I'm doing light weights, because that's my problem too. If I start doing, I'll push myself because I know I can lift heavy weights, and then I'm so sore the next day, I don't even want to do it again. You know what I mean? So I've really been trying to ease into everything this time, where it's just 20 minutes. That's all I'm doing right now. 20 minutes. Next week, I'm going to start 30 minutes. Then the week, I'm going to just ease in, and I'm doing light stuff right now.
Oh, fucking Lacey's going to get on my ass when she hears this one.
Oh yeah.
And
Steve's
doing it.
I did a bunch of like squats and lunges the other day with just lightweight stuff, and like, even body squats, and it's, I did definitely got sore the next day.
Are you using the gym out in the shop?
No, I kind of took it all. It's all pushed in the corner because of all the other shit now, So, I just have in this other room over here. I just have I have like my bike in there and the treadmills in there and like some just dumbbells, and just doing stuff in there, and
Good. Yeah. Getting old sucks, man.
Oh yeah,
getting old fucking sucks. The weight's harder to keep off.
Oh yeah,
sound like a fucking chick. You can't get rid of weight.
Yeah,
blah,
it's
blah.
Yeah, it's just, laziness and everything too. I definitely, and what's weird too is, and again, I just started this, doing this last Sunday. It was the first day, and Wednesday. So I did Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I woke up and I've been actually changing a few things. Usually I would wake up and drink coffee right away. I walk straight to the coffee maker, and now I won't. I drink a whole one of these before I'll touch a cup of coffee, a whole bottle of water.
Yeah.
And so I started doing that on that Sunday also. So I'm changing a few different things all at one time, but I didn't work out on Wednesday. I was like, I woke up and I just like, man, I kind of got started a little late or whatever. And I just kind of got moving into something else right away. And I'm like, that was the day before I did all those squats and stuff. And I was like, I'm kind of sore. I'm going to just take a little break. I don't want to get so sore that I don't want to do it again. Like it fucking, I can't even take a dump now. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that way. And I feel like easing into it and like easing my muscles into the remembering like, hey, you remember this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be a little smarter move for me because I do get discouraged that way. Like, fuck this, and, I took a break on Wednesday and I felt a little like the days before I worked out and first thing in the morning, like I wake up, I drink a thing of water. I'll either work out and then have coffee or whatever, but it's like right away, it's early in the morning. Maybe I'm up for 30 minutes and I work out. And then, Wednesday I did not, and I noticed a difference mentally. And then Thursday I worked out again, you know what I mean? And yesterday I worked out, and I noticed that after working out, like my mental focus is way better.
Yeah.
And I've heard people talk about this, and it's weird to, I guess, notice this so quickly like that. And maybe it's because I was looking for it more or less, but I felt accomplished already. So like doing the other tasks for the day seemed a lot easier, where, and you kind of get, since you do it right away when you wake up, you're kind of getting that sleepy grogginess, like thrown out the fucking door.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody works out and then like, I'm still sleepy fucking,
what is it? You're getting your endorphins pumped up?
Yeah. You're getting endorphins and shit. So you're come out of it and your brain's completely different than when you started, and you already didn't want to start anyways. Like it doesn't matter, but yeah, every day. And I noticed that Wednesday, like I didn't work out this morning, but I'm going to work out after this. But it's excuse me. It was just weird noticing that, and I was like, wow, I definitely felt better, because even before, there was a time before that when we had the shop, like I would go work out at a place and then go to the shop. But after that, even when I worked out, I work out at night. Right. So I wasn't noticing that change. And now I'm doing it in the morning again. Like, I don't even eat before I work out. It's like I drink water and then I go work out and then I'll eat. Like I'll have like fucking cottage cheese and fucking toast or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to just really eat protein stuff. I just realized in July that I like cottage cheese. Fucking hated it my whole life. Millhouse, from Thundermax, we were together in South Dakota, and we were at a little bar thing, having dinner together. That was the last night we were going to be together, and he ordered like cottage cheese, and I'm like, because I don't know if you know Millhouse, but like over the last like year or so, when was it? Oh no, since December, he's down like 100 some odd pounds. God
damn, good for him.
Yeah, he looks like a totally different person, and so he eats completely differently though, and so. Yeah, and I'm like, let me taste that. I haven't had cottage cheese in fucking 20 years because it's fucking gross. You know what I mean? I taste, I'm like, oh, apparently I love cottage cheese now. And I mean, I eat it every fucking day almost. It's so good.
Yeah.
But like, I'll have like cottage cheese. I'll put like a little scoop of of like strawberry jelly in it and mix it up, you know? It's just like a little scoop just to sweeten it up a little bit sometimes. Or sometimes I'll just put black pepper on it, and like, you know, maybe a piece of toast or you know, just a protein shake. And I'm just trying to eat a lot of protein.
Yeah, I think that's the best route to go. I know a few months back I have a gym in my garage.
Yeah.
That I only used a handful of times. I've been in the last year we did at my work we have like a weight loss like competition. I feel like we do it like once a year.
That's when you go on those meth benders.
Yeah.
That's why you always win.
That's the easy way to go. No, I would just hit up. I would use a punching bag. I wouldn't lift any weights, and I dropped the weight pretty easy. I mean, it's, when I hardcore diet though, so it's just water. Get rid of the bad carbs.
Yeah.
Cutting out sodas was the big one.
I don't even drink soda.
I drink like one soda a day, dude. Like, and but I never use a gym.
I'll drink like 3 sodas in a year.
Damn, that sucks.
We don't buy soda.
Yeah,
and I've been like I stopped drinking soda 10 years ago plus.
I feel like that's just the worst for me.
I'll have one every great one. Like I'm really craving a root beer, and so is Amy.
all right, Peepaw.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, in the next week or so, we're going to go somewhere that has root beer on tap and get a nice fountain root beer.
Root beer flutes.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like beyond that, dude, when she drank, like she would, every once we'd get like diet 7-Up, like for her drinks, you know? But we're pretty much a no soda house. Like,
yeah, that's the best way to do. We were like that for a while too. And then,
it's a lot harder with kids when you got kids running around. They want,
they'll drink whatever, man. Yeah. Honestly, like
I liked when the kids were little and we had like Capri Suns.
Oh, bro, we got
I cut like
Capri
4
there, bro.
tops off and pour them in a cup.
Dude, I used to love mixing Capri Suns with vodka.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was the best.
Oh yeah.
No, man, I started working out and then I was just like, oh, I can do all this weight, no problem. And then all of a sudden my fucking elbow swole up, dude.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I forgot what it was called. Was it bursitis or I forgot what it was called. I had to keep on going to the doctors for it because it was a mess. Yeah. Super gay. And no, it sucks. So like, I feel like anytime that I want to lift heavier weights or like lift weights, period, like I feel like my elbow is going to blow up again. And that shit was the worst. It lasted for a couple of months.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just again, I think just lifting small weights more.
I think that's where it's at. I think
I had that tractor tire outside. I was going to buy me one of those sledgehammers and just start hitting the tractor tires.
Start flipping it like American Gladiators and shit.
I could. I mean, I've been thinking about that just flipping it. But then I went out there and looked at it today. I was like, it's kind of short. It's not like a real big tractor tire, but it's a decent sized tractor tire. So I'm like, you're not going to be like shoulder level pushing it over. So you're going to like push it like you're like, you know, gut level pushing it over. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know if you can really flip this one as they show it like in these fucking CrossFit things.
Smack it with a hammer.
That's what I mean. Like I'm down to smack it with a hammer though.
No, you know what the gym's got now? The gym's got a half of a tractor tire on like this hooked up to this machine and so it's just a half and then you just flip it
how funny.
Over and over again. So like, it works. Yeah.
But you don't get to walk around it each time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. They should just let you go.
No, man. I think getting your health in shape. I think that helps with depression too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think that'll get you in the right frame of mind to.
Yeah. But I like eating cake, the nachos too.
Oh fuck yeah, the cake sounds so good.
Yeah, it was Amy's birthday, so her mom brought over a bundt cake.
Ooh.
Yeah, with the frosting on that thing was out of control.
With the big ass glass of milk, bro. But you guys
we don't do milk here.
You fucking weirdos.
That's a weird thing. Like I don't even understand why I'm so fat. Like we don't have anything weird in this house. Like it's all like like 99% of the shit I eat is like all health food.
That's weird because you definitely look like a carbitarian.
Yeah. I have like at night if I'm like have like a sweet tooth, I have like the Rice Krispie, like what are those? Not Rice Krispie, but it's like the little popcorn patties, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
what are those fuckers called? Rice cake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put like a little peanut butter on there. Like, ooh. And we have and our peanut butter is like the whole organic shit. Like we got to mix it. There ain't no sugar in that bitch.
Yeah.
Like it's a nightmare to mix it. She won't even let me mix it because I'll just spill all the oil out of it.
Why are you so chunky?
I don't fucking know, man. It's weird.
That is weird.
Well, I'm German.
You should fucking get a BBL.
What's that?
It's where they
Brazilian butt lift?
Yeah, it's where they take the fat out of your stomach and they put it in your ass.
That's so weird, dude. I see those chicks on like Instagram and shit. That is the weirdest shit I've ever
seen. Bro, you can blow. Just fucking start riding bikes and Daisy Dukes. Those fucking meat cheeks hanging out the back.
See, that's it again. I mean, this goes back to what I said earlier, man. I'm not putting on no persona. That shit's People do. That's what. Like, that's another weird thing about the world. Like, people, all that plastic surgery. I've been seeing this video. This one dude. He's like, it's like these young girls, and then she's like, oh, this person's 22 years old. How many like Botox injections do you have? And it's like, these bitches got like 40, 50 Botox injections. You're 22 years old.
Yeah. That's a weird age to have it.
He talks to another person, and then it goes to this dude, and he's like a grungy person, like and he's like, how many Botox? He's like, none. I've been washing my face and my balls with the same towel for 17 years. Like, it's so funny, and it cracks me up. But it's like, man, like, what a weird, vain, weird world that we are in.
Yeah.
Where 22 and 30-year-old chicks are just jamming their faces full of Botox. Like, what do you think that's going to do long term?
Yeah.
That's the thing too. Like, people don't quite think about.
Just get hooked to it. I mean, I can't complain. My wife has plastic surgery and Botox, and I love it.
It's just, I just don't understand it. You know what I mean? I just don't. It's just weird. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying I'm mad at it. But like, 22 years old.
Yeah, for sure. No.
What could be going wrong in your life, 22 years old? Like, how many wrinkles could you have?
They're trying to peak early.
Yeah. How many wrinkles could you have at 22?
Yeah.
Did you grow up in the sun?
Well, I heard that people get Botox in their face, like if they grind their teeth, or they get Botox, it's supposed to help. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, stuff like that. Like, it's supposed to help with that. But I'm sure these bitches ain't getting fucking Botox to stop the teeth grinding.
No, they don't give a fuck about it. They got veneers, bro.
Yeah.
They just fucking don't give a fuck. They just get new teeth.
Yeah.
That's what's weird. Everybody's so fake, dude. It's weird. Yeah, it is weird. It's a trip. No matter what, it's a trip.
Yeah.
It's I don't know.
All for the gram, baby.
Yeah, if it ain't for the gram, it don't mean a damn.
All for the gram.
Yeah. Fucking weirdos, man. Well, on that note, thanks for listening.
We'll be back in another 3 years.
Yeah, see you in 3 years, everybody.